Hey, welcome back. In this lesson, I'll show you how to create various scars and kind of battle damage, as well as some clothing tears. To do that, I created a new layer, and you could do that just by creating a new layer, which will automatically be recording. And you want to do this on your highest subdivision. So I'm just gonna draw in. Kind of the idea behind the scar is something that was done with a brutal medieval implement, and they didn't really have the modern technology. They didn't have Neosporin back then, so they had some crude way of sewing it up and maybe cauterizing it, and that's kind of the effect I'm going for. So if you look for reference on scars, look for scars that weren't healed right or weren't properly taken care of in time, and that's kind of what I was going for with this. So I'm using clay buildup negative to just kind of dig out of here, give it like a kind of a pitted, uneven appearance. And then I'm going to invert it, and I'm going to use clay buildup around the edge just very gently to create a little raising where the skin didn't come together properly. And oh boy. Sorry, my machine's slowing down a little bit here. And then I'm going to use the smooth to just kind of blend that in with the surrounding skin. So that's kind of a scar, and you could hit it with a little smooth right afterwards just to take out some of those little jaggies. And since it's a layer, you can change the strength of it. So if I want that scar to disappear, I can change the strength of it. I could even go above 1. I could set it to 2 to amplify the effect. And that just gives me another level. Just keep in mind when you're doing layers that every layer you put on will add another it'll basically be just like duplicating your mesh at its highest level. So every layer is a all new mesh that ZBrush has to store. So if you have considerations with save file size and stuff like that, layers will definitely bring up your save file size. So I try to use them sparingly for that reason. So for these scratches, something we covered in the last lesson, it's just BS3/3 brush. Take our lazy step down, and this effect is kind of all about how you draw it. You got to kind of come in smooth and come out smooth to create that effect, like the sword grazed it, or an axe dug into it, or whatever the effect you're trying to create. For me, I just kind of do stuff like that. And similarly for the pants, just really I'll do 2 here. I'll do one that's like a cut like these. The cuts are pretty much the same thing I did for the scars. And then that, where it looks like it's kind of sewn together, you can do with just a mask like that. And again, I intended for these to be kind of from far away. So I'm going to dig into this guy a little bit. Dig into this guy, invert it, and then I'm going to draw some little stitches across. And then some with the standard brush. Have some little, because when you sew cloth together, it doesn't stay flat. It kind of deforms and gets all messed up. Okay. And around here, just a little bit of that effect. I'm going to go in with slash and cut into this guy a little more. Might be a little too much. Basically, tears in the clothing, little sewn up pieces of clothing. That's how you do that. So, thanks for watching the tutorial. And if you have any questions, please post them on the message boards. I'll try and keep track and see if I can help people out if they have any concerns or just questions about how I did stuff that I didn't cover. Once again, thanks for taking the time to watch this, and I hope you found this tutorial useful.